Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like that's not really you? Like you're staring at a version of yourself that's somehow heavy or tired, not just from lack of sleep, but from carrying the weight of emotions, glances, judgments that aren't even yours? If you've ever felt that way, you're not imagining things. What if I told you that your face is more than skin, muscles, and expressions? It's a spiritual antenna. And every single morning, with just 2 simple ingredients already in your kitchen: water and salt, you could reset your energy, reclaim your inner peace, and show up in the world as your truest self. This isn't skincare. This isn't a beauty hack. This is ancient wisdom. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, your morning face wash will never be just a face wash again. Let's start here. Your face is your first altar. Yup, not your meditation space, not your yoga mat, not even your journal. It's the face you carry into the world that becomes the stage for your soul. Every smile, every frown, every moment of silence, your face records it. And not just yours, other people's stuff too. Their tension, their expectations, their judgments, they stick like energetic fingerprints. You ever notice how after a heavy conversation or a stressful meeting, your face literally feels off, tight, like it absorbed more than it gave? That's because it did. See, the face is a two-way door. It's not just something you show others, it's also where the world enters you. Thoughts, emotions, energies, they pass right through. And if you're not consciously clearing that doorway, over time, it clogs. But here's the good news. Cleansing it doesn't require some expensive spa treatment or a Himalayan retreat. All it takes is water and salt. Simple, right? But don't let that simplicity fool you. These aren't just elements, they're forces. Sacred ones. Water and salt, not just kitchen staples. Let's break this down. Water is not just a liquid that makes you feel refreshed in the morning. It's memory, it's flow, it's emotion in physical form. The ancients believed, and modern science, like Masaru Emoto's research, supports that water absorbs intention. Speak to it, feel something near it, and it carries that vibration. Salt? Salt is crystallized order. It's earth in her purest, solid state. It absorbs, it protects, it structures. In spiritual traditions across the world, from Indian Vedic rituals to Hebrew mikveh baths to Egyptian purification rites, salt has always been used to guard against what doesn't belong. Together, water and salt don't just clean the skin. They cleanse your field, your energy, your vibe, your presence. And that, my friend, is exactly what most of us are missing every morning. We brush our teeth, check our phones, scroll Instagram, but do we ever pause to wipe off the residue of yesterday's emotions or someone else's energy that got stuck to our face like invisible dust? Not usually. But imagine starting your day, not just clean on the outside, but clear on the inside too. The ancient connection. Now you might be thinking, okay, cool, but where does this idea even come from? Well, this isn't some woo-woo TikTok trend. This is sacred, time-tested stuff. In ancient Egypt, home to the great Hermetic teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, no spiritual ritual began without purification. And purification didn't mean scrubbing yourself with soap. It meant aligning with the elements. Washing with mineral-rich water, often mixed with salt, was a way to prepare yourself for connection with the divine, with the higher self, with truth. In India, even before you entered a temple or performed a prayer, you were expected to wash not just your hands, but your face. Why? Because the face is where your soul lives loudest. It's where truth and falsehood dance. And to connect with what's real, you've got to wipe away what isn't. And don't forget the Gnostics. They believed the human face was the image of inner light, the place where divine memory lives. But just like any mirror, It needs to be cleared of smudges to reflect what's true. These cultures didn't know each other. They existed in different times, different places, and yet they all said the same thing. Start at the face. Use water. Use salt. Begin with intention. Personal connection. Alright, so now you know your face isn't just something you shave, moisturize, or throw cold water on when you're sleepy. It's sacred ground. It's the first surface the world touches and the last place your emotions leave traces. And you also know that water and salt, they're not just kitchen staples, they're ancient allies. Now let's talk about what you've been waiting for, the ritual itself, the simple, powerful act that can shift your entire day just by how you start your morning. And don't worry, it's not complicated. This isn't a 27-step skincare routine. No chanting in Sanskrit required, unless you want to. What matters most here? Presence? Because when presence meets intention, even a bowl of warm water becomes a sacred portal. The energy of preparation. First, before you touch a single drop of water, pause. This isn't just about doing something new. It's about being someone new. You're about to reintroduce yourself to your own face, and not the version it became after stress, sleepless nights, or pretending to be okay. You're meeting the real you, the one underneath all of it. So step 1, create space. You don't need a fancy altar or incense, but give this ritual its own corner of your day. Ideally, do it before checking your phone, reading messages, or absorbing the outside world. Why? Because your energy is most open in the morning, and the first thing you give attention to, it sets the tone for everything else. So instead of scrolling through chaos, let your first act be connection with you. The ingredients, why they matter. Here's what you need. A small ceramic or glass bowl. Avoid plastic, it messes with energy. Warm water, not hot, not cold. Think comfortably alive. Sea salt or Himalayan salt coarse, unrefined, full of Earth's natural charge. Now here's the fun part. Don't treat this like measuring ingredients for a recipe. Treat it like inviting two old spirits, water and salt, to come dance on your skin. Pour the warm water into your bowl slowly. Let it swirl. Then, add 1 tablespoon of salt. Watch it dissolve. Feel the shift. Salt doesn't just disappear, it merges. It changes the water, just like intention changes reality. Now, before you touch the water, pause again. Take 3 slow breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel your feet on the ground. Anchor yourself, because now you're not just washing your face. You're stepping into your temple. The sacred act, step by step. Cup your hands. Slowly lift the water. Close your eyes. Now gently bring your hands to your face. Don't splash. Don't rub. Let the water kiss your skin like a blessing. Glide it across your cheeks, forehead, lips, jawline. Feel it. Don't rush. As the water and salt touch your skin, whisper this in your heart. I cleanse myself. I return to me. Say it softly. Say it like a vow. Because this isn't about removing dirt. It's about releasing energy that doesn't belong to you. Maybe it's yesterday's tension. Maybe it's someone's unkind words. Maybe it's that lingering feeling of self-doubt or overwhelm. Whatever it is, as the water runs down your face, let it go. This is the moment where something ancient happens. Not dramatic, not flashy, but deeply real. You're telling your energy field, reset. You're telling your soul, I see you. You're telling the universe, I'm awake. Energetic meaning behind the elements. Now, let's go a little deeper, because every movement in this ritual has a symbolic charge. Water is emotion, memory, intuition. It holds vibration. When you apply it with care, you're actually asking your emotional body to flow again. That stagnant energy, that stuck feeling in your chest or head, water knows how to release it. Salt is Earth's crystal. It doesn't just absorb negativity, it locks it in and carries it away. It's like a spiritual vacuum cleaner, but unlike sage or incense, it works on the skin, on the surface, and the energetic layer. Together, water and salt balance duality. One flows, one grounds, one releases, one protects. They're not just ingredients. They're metaphors for what you're doing, letting go and rebuilding. Bonus, what you might start to notice. Here's what I love most. When you start doing this regularly, things begin to shift. Subtly, gently but powerfully. You might start waking up with clearer thoughts. You'll notice less emotional clutter in your conversations. Your skin may feel better, sure, but more than that, your energy feels better. People might even ask if something's changed about you, and they won't be able to explain what. That's because the face is how your soul speaks to the world. And now, you're letting it speak from a clearer place. It's not just skincare. It's soul care, emotional resonance. So, how did it feel? That moment when the warm, salty water touched your skin. Was there a stillness? A pause inside you? Even if it only lasted a second, that's the doorway. You felt it. And once that door opens, it never fully closes again. Because here's the truth. Once you experience your own presence, your real energy, not the one shaped by noise, roles, or expectations, you can't forget what it feels like. You start craving it, protecting it, honoring it. That's the quiet revolution this ritual brings. It's not loud. It doesn't demand attention. But day by day, it rewires how you show up in the world. The energetic ripple effect. Let's talk about what starts to shift when you make this simple ritual a consistent part of your life. First, and most obvious, you feel lighter. It's like carrying a backpack of invisible stress, then one day realizing you don't have to. Because that gunk, the lingering moods, the emotional smudges, the fake smiles stuck in your jawline, they start washing away. And once they're gone, you don't just look different. You feel different. You are different. People may not be able to name it, but they'll notice it. Did you do something to your hair? You seem calmer lately. There's something about your eyes. And you'll smile, knowing that it wasn't some outward makeover. It was the salt and water. The intention. The remembering of who you actually are beneath all the layers. Shifting your vibration. Here's where it gets even more interesting. When you cleanse your face with presence, you're not just affecting skin and muscles, you're shifting your vibration. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to how badly you want something. It responds to who you are energetically. And most people try to manifest, heal, or raise their frequency while still wearing the energetic dust of yesterday. No wonder it doesn't work. But with this ritual, you start each morning clean, energetically aligned, tuned to your natural rhythm, not someone else's mood, opinion, or projection. And the universe? It notices. It always notices. You'll find that people treat you with more respect, even if they don't know why. Opportunities flow more easily, not because luck changed, but because your energy did. Challenges don't hit the same way, because you're no longer absorbing them with an overloaded emotional field. This isn't magic. This is alignment. The face as your daily mirror. Let's go back to the metaphor of the face as a mirror. Mirrors don't lie. They reflect what's there. But if a mirror is smudged, dusty, or cracked, the reflection is distorted, and over time, you start believing that distortion. So what happens when you wipe the mirror clean each day? You start recognizing yourself again. Not the version molded by pressure or expectation. Not the tired, worn-out image you half accept. But you, raw, real, radiant. That's why this ritual matters so much, because it gives you yourself back. And when your face reflects your truth, everything else starts to rearrange around it. Your face as a portal, not a mask. We live in a world obsessed with putting your best face forward, But what if the best face isn't a perfected one but a present one? A face that isn't pretending, a face that isn't performing, a face that simply is. That's what this ritual helps reveal. You stop wearing the face the world trained you to put on and start showing the one your soul has always had. Not a mask, a portal. How to make it a sacred habit. Okay, now let's make it real. Because this ritual only works if it's done with intention and repeated consistently. Not perfectly, consistently. Here's how you anchor it into your life. Pick your sacred time. Morning is best before phone, food, or external noise. But if night feels more peaceful, go with that. What matters is making it yours. Create a tiny ritual corner, even if it's just your sink and a small bowl. Maybe light a candle, or play soft instrumental music. Just something to signal, this is sacred time now. Speak your affirmation. While washing, whisper something simple but powerful. Examples: I release what isn't mine. My face reflects my truth. I return to myself. These words act like keys. They unlock stuck energy. Observe without judgment. After the ritual, look in the mirror. Don't analyze. Don't fix. Just see. Witness. That's your soul in physical form. Say hello. Repeat for 7 days. Try it for a week. Track how you feel. Don't expect fireworks. Look for subtle shifts. Peace, clarity, restful sleep, lighter energy. These are the signs. A call to awakening. If you've made it this far, you're not here by accident. You're here because something in you is remembering. Some quiet part of your soul just sat up and whispered, "Yes, I've been waiting for this." This isn't just about water and salt. It's about reactivating a relationship with you. It's about transforming the ordinary into something sacred. Every time you do this ritual, you're not just cleaning your face. You're cleansing your field. You're clearing your lens. You're telling the universe, I'm ready to be seen, not as a role or an image, but as my truest self. And that changes everything. So tomorrow morning, when you walk up to that mirror, don't just go through the motions. Approach it like a temple. Touch the water like it holds memory. Honor the salt like it holds the sun. And as you bring it to your face, know that you are stepping back into your power. One ritual at a time. If this stirred something deep inside you, share it. Send it to someone who needs to come back to themselves. Comment below with, "My face is my temple, and I am its guardian." And if you want to keep uncovering forgotten truths like this, rituals, frequencies, ancient wisdom for modern life, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon and walk with us on this sacred path, because the mirror is ready, the water is waiting, and the salt remembers who you are. You just have to show up.